In just the last half hour, I confirmed with multiple Department of Defense officials that there was a Black Hawk helicopter that crashed on or near San Clemente Island around 7 p.m. last night.
We have tear gas on the ground. It burns and you can feel it in your mouth. The mask does help a little bit. This crowd has been dispersing multiple times during this protest.
Watching Comic-Con from home this year had a few perks, like not leaving your couch.
I thought I was going through a cemetery and all the tombstones were chimneys.
More than a month after the campfire, devastation visible in all directions. The smoke smell seemingly ingrained in paradise.
Now it's nothing to me.
The Spirit of Liberty Foundation flew up from Carlsbad with Santa to help them forget just for a moment.
Santa Claus just came.
We've got Santa Claus!
Spreading smiles with small gifts.
Well, she's here. She's standing, pushing us through it, you know.
And for some at the Silver Dollar Fairgrounds turned Red Cross shelter,
It's too much for me.
breaking down into tears. A half an hour away at the Pine Ridge Elementary School,
You don't want them dropping on people, so we're just getting rid of them before school starts.
these young men in the California Conservation Corps given hats.
The NFL sent them to us.
So our closest home to getting burnt down, it just is like, I'm giving back. I'm already helping. Why not, do this as a first start? Start over, help our town get back to, on bases.
Then to the Butte County Sheriff's Office.
I'm blessed to live in a community full of people who are resilient.
Handing out ornaments from the White House, more stuffed animals from the San Diego Zoo, gift cards, and more.
There's so much grief and there's so much pain in people, and the outpouring of love and embrace that we felt from all over the North State, all over the United States has just been so touching.
Helping start new family traditions to replace those lost in the fire.
Thank you for remembering us. Please keep us in your prayers today and for many years to come. It will take many years to rebuild what we've lost.
In Paradise, Cassie Carlisle, 10 News.
We've been waiting out here for hours, and we did see a couple SUVs enter the facility that did have U.S. consulate plates. We also saw a large black bus with tinted windows leave the facility around 9:45. We cannot confirm at this point, but we do believe that those migrants, that first batch, were on the bus. A huge relief to all those on board.
Some have waited in Mexico for years for this opportunity. Vanessa Garcia is from Honduras, and she said she's been living in a hostel in Tijuana with a 3-year-old son. She said, we've been waiting for a long time for a response. Quite a long time we've been patiently waiting. The answer coming from the Biden administration, rolling out a new plan cutting down the Trump administration's Migrant Protection Protocol, or MPP. The policy enacted out of fear migrants released into the U.S. weren't attending their court date. Syracuse University analyzed data from the Department of Justice and found that 76% of asylum-seeking families at the border attended all of their hearings, and families that had a lawyer to help navigate the process was even higher at 99%. Biden's policy started with 25 migrants coming through the San Ysidro port of entry, according to the executive director of Border Angels, a nonprofit immigrant advocacy group. Once the program is up and running, 2 Texas port of entries will also be added, each port of entry processing about 300 migrants a day, according to officials, giving hope to those fearful for their lives like Noemi, saying, I came here with my 4 children, and the truth is we can't go back to Guatemala because if we do, I'm afraid they will kill me and my children.
Once here in the U.S., advocacy groups say that those migrants will most likely be placed in locations outside of San Diego. Reporting live here in San Ysidro, Cassie Carlisle, ABC 10 News. We spoke with visitors who were all the way over on the Strand when they heard the boom, and the Rear Admiral said that the fire started in the lower cargo area called the Deep V, and he said that it started because of an overpressurization of the chamber.
You don't see nothing like this in South Dakota. It's kind of a shocker.
Barbara Valentine was heartbroken watching the plume of smoke billowing out of the USS Bonhomme Richard.
Well, they're fighting for our country and doing things right now. And for something like this to happen, it is devastating to everybody.
The fire started at 8:30 Sunday morning. Sky 10 was overhead as crews fought from the sea. 17 sailors and 4 civilians went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, some related to smoke inhalation.
You can smell the metal and the paint and all that burning.
The smoke causing National City to urge its residents indoors for the afternoon. Rear Admiral Philip Sobek assuring the smoke isn't toxic, saying it's office space that's burning, adding they have a 1-mile shelter-in-place zone around the ship.
And there's no ordnance on board, which was our initial concern.
Everyone was evacuated from the ship. Sailors are fighting the fire alongside other fire crews. They've been trained for this fight since boot camp.
They're fighting their ship and they're saving their ship.
Sobek said that the ship will sail again. It was in port under maintenance, and they don't know how long the fire will burn. Reporting in Naval Base San Diego, Cassie Carlisle, ABC 10 News.